Okay, this is the manhole. Has just been cleared. The blockage. There was a blockage here, and it's just been cleared. I had to use a lot of water to clear it. This manhole goes from my back garden out to the front garden, which is here. And in fact, some of this manhole is actually in my next door neighbour's property, although she doesn't get served with this manhole. Her waste goes on further down the road. So there's the manhole in the front, and you've seen the manhole in the back. Now, this manhole serves all these whole 2 blocks of houses, basically from this house here all the way back down to my house. So the waste from all these houses is passing through my property to get to the public waste pipe. So there you go. Now, this manhole here seems to be the one they use for cleaning the public mains. That's all that the local authority will do. They won't go anywhere near the property. So anything after that is my problem, not theirs. I'm walking along the road here. That's a telecoms man cover, and all the way down there's the last house on the block, and there's the another telecoms, and there you go. We're coming up to the next manhole for accessing the public mains. So that's what they clear for that end of the road. So basically they use all of these houses along here, access the public mains with their waste via my property. And there you go, there's a load of houses all the way down. No manholes. Nothing coming from the rear of those houses out to the front, accessing the mains. There you go, none of them, none there, none there. And now we have back to the back garden. That's the manhole, that's where the blockage has just been cleared. As you've seen in the video previous, the waste pipe for the houses on our side of the road access the public water mains, the public sewage mains via my property. The manhole is on my property for clearing it. As you can see, it's just been cleared, and which is an awful mess. It creates an awful lot of dirt and muck, and it's sewage basically that comes up through the manhole into the back garden, and just basically ruins everything. It takes a lot of water to wash it. It takes a huge effort, and it costs about €450 to get out Dyna-Rod or some of those people to do it. I don't have that kind of money, so I have to clean it myself. But basically the access to the public mains sewage pipes is via my property. There's one manhole in the back garden, there's another manhole in the front garden which serves for removing blockages. Now really the manhole that's in the front garden should be out on the path, but it's not. It's in the garden, and as such I end up having responsibility for it. I have had Dublin City Council out on a number of occasions to try and get them to do something about it, and they won't touch it because it's on private property. But so basically the 8 or 10 houses on our side of the road access the public sewage mains from via, as I said, via my property. Now, I don't create the blockages, I don't know who creates the blockages, but I end up having to clear them. Now, the logic I'm using is if I'm responsible for the property, for the pipe from the water meter into my home, then I'm responsible for the property, for the pipe that is taking the mains sewage from my home. And as such, when there is a blockage and it comes up in my garden gets round, but I have to clean it, I have to get rid of it, and I have to use a lot of water to actually do that. Now, I'm not prepared to do that for paying for water. So, as I see it, the other houses need access to the public sewage mains, and I'm not prepared to give it to them on the basis that they'll end up blocking the pipe and I become responsible for it and I have to pay for it. Irish Water are taking over the Irish Water system, and as such they should, as far as I can see, they're also going to be responsible for the public sewage mains. So on that basis they can address the problem. I don't really see how I can do it. It's not in my gift to do anything about it. I could leave access to the public mains via my property. However, I'm not prepared to do that anymore because I'm now fully going to be held responsible for not only the sewage pipe that I access, that my home accesses the public mains from. I'm going to be held responsible for access all the other houses, and that's not my problem. That's Irish Water's problem and it's their problem, but it's not my problem. So all sorts, I think somebody needs to look at it. What I do know is that this problem exists in houses. I live in Cabra, and this problem exists in Cabra, Whitehall, Ballyfermot, Crumlin, Drimnagh. Everywhere that these type of houses are built, the problem exists. People are accessing the public mains via other people's property, and really this is something that wouldn't be tolerated in a private estate, so I don't see why I should tolerate it. I'm now putting Irish Water and the Minister on notice that if something's not done about it, I will block access to the public mains to the houses beyond my property, and I will block it on my property, which means they won't have access to the public mains, and then they'll have to sort out whatever problem. In the meantime, the Minister and Irish Water are going to have to do whatever it takes to make sure that they have access to it, and I'm not paying for it. Thanks for watching.